Hey guys, in addition to Brown's thoughts here, for all the joy that the Cleveland Cavaliers have brought me, there is a bunch of, for those of you who have watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, pain. There's been a bunch of pain brought to me by the Cleveland Browns because Myles Garrett has now made the media circuit, and some people think it's unnecessary that he's been publicly advocating for a trade and explaining himself. Listen, guys, this is the Super Bowl. It's a car wash of interviews. Like, these guys go everywhere. They're going to be asked the obvious questions. Yes, is it a little bit self-serving for Myles Garrett? Sure. But guys, this is how business is done. Did it have to be public? No. But, this is how it's going down. And the point that I got to make here in regards to Myles Garrett, I'm not going to go down the Myles Garrett road. I'm not going to be one of those people who's going to hammer a guy who has given his life to this organization for, almost a decade. He's more than earned the right for spilling his guts out for this team to ask for a trade. How he's conducting it, we'll leave that up for debate. I'm not going to use this video or until I really feel like it, use this platform to really express my opinion on that. What I do need to say is, based off what's happened in the last week, the Browns need to just rip the Band-Aid off and blow this whole thing up. By that, I mean, the only person that really is safe at this point is Kevin Stefanski. And if you want to fire him, you're not going to fire him now because it's way too late in the coaching process. Give him another year. But you should fire Andrew Berry. Jimmy Haslam should sell the team, which is an unrealistic thing. Trade Myles Garrett. If Denzel Ward wants to get traded, trade him too. Start this whole thing over. Because there is no sense in trying to convince yourself that you are anywhere closer to Kansas City in the AFC, because there's so many other teams better than you. You're the worst team in your division. You don't have a quarterback. And even if you take a quarterback in the NFL draft this year, you're not anywhere closer to your goals because neither one of these quarterbacks. And, I may be warming over a little bit to Shador because of, he's been able to show some maturity and, kind of defy what I've dared to think that he wouldn't want to go play in Cleveland. He's saying all the right things. So credit to him. I like Cam Ward, but neither one of these guys are Jaden Daniels. Neither one of these guys are, Caleb Williams. Neither one of these guys is Bo Nix, Michael Penix, even J.J. McCarthy. None of these guys are better than the five guys that were taken in the first, 10, 11, 12 picks of the NFL draft. The point is, you're not getting anywhere closer to your goal. And even if you're going to take a rookie quarterback, Myles Garrett is near the back half of his 20s. He's already wasted 3 years on this crap. Just end it. And I mean, I understand that there would be some salary cap implications to dead cap stuff. Listen, even if that's the case, you're not competing with Kansas City. Mahomes is going to run the AFC for as long as he can. Josh Allen's going to be at the top. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, if he wants to stay in Cincinnati, wherever he goes, if it's in the AFC, it's not going to get any better. You're not getting anywhere closer to winning a championship. Pittsburgh, they were able to have a makeshift quarterback situation this year with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields and still won 10 games. What does that tell you? This organization is so fundamentally flawed. And I said it on a previous video. Until Jimmy Haslam sells the fucking team, this team is never going to win at a high level. They could get to the playoffs. They could potentially, maybe get to a divisional game, maybe win a wild card game. That's their ceiling. That is the Browns' ceiling, is what they did beating Pittsburgh in that 2021 or the 2020 season, but 2021 playoff game. That's their ceiling. That's as far as you're going to get. So stop lying to yourself. Stop trying to convince yourself that you're going to have a position to win. Don't hold Myles Garrett hostage. Don't prolong this, because it's just going to make you guys look more petty and more stupid. And end this thing. And hey, Denzel Ward, you want to get out of there? I don't blame you too. This has been a shit show. These guys Denzel Ward's been with the Browns for 6 years. He hasn't been able to stay healthy, but when he's been on the field, he's been one of the best corners in football. And yet, what do they have to show for it? One playoff win. One playoff win. So I don't blame these guys for wanting to get the hell out of there. The ownership group is flawed. They put all their chips to the table on the wrong quarterback. I understood why they moved off of Baker Mayfield, but This organization is so fundamentally fucked up in the head. And even if you think that firing Andrew Berry is going to solve, it's not going to solve a damn thing, okay? Until that owner is removed or sells the fucking team, it's going to be like Jerry Jones with the Cowboys. It's going to be like Daniel Snyder when he was owning the Redskins, Commanders, Washington football team. Any bad ownership, if you have bad ownership, you're not going to win shit. You're not going to win shit. So just rip the Band-Aid off. End this thing. Stop the madness. Stop convincing yourselves that you're going to compete in the AFC. You don't have a quarterback. You're not going to get a replacement at quarterback that's going to fit the timeline of this team. So trade Myles Garrett. Trade Denzel Ward. Get as much draft capital as you can to rebuild this team. And then, who knows? Maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the line when Patrick Mahomes is ready to retire, and who knows if that's the case because Tom Brady played into his 40s, maybe you'll have a better shot. But it's not happening this year. Rip the Band-Aid off, end this thing. And let me also be clear, and I've said this multiple times. Fuck you, Deshaun Watson. You ruined this franchise. You sucked the football-loving life out of me through this 3-year saga of you just completely scamming the Browns. That's what you did. You scammed the Browns. So fuck you. Fuck this whole organization. Fuck Jimmy Haslam. Sell the fucking team. Okay? Sell the team. He's not going to because he's a self-serving SOB. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about you. Jimmy Haslam does not care about you. And some of you Browns fans who are just starting to realize this and, saying, fire Andrew Berry, this is all on them. Guys, I was telling you this in 2023, maybe mid-2022 when, all these allegations and it was starting to become abundantly clear near the back half of that season where Deshaun Watson only played 6 games, that this wasn't going to work. You guys just took way too long to realize it. So that's it for now, Browns Thoughts. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.